Yo guys, what's up? Alright, today we're going to be taking a look at Samurott. So, jokes aside, we're going to be taking a look at Samurott because just like his other Gen 5 starter buddies, he too got his hidden ability, so we're going to be taking a look at that. We're going to see if it's worth it or not, and we're just going to be giving him some move sets all around. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in, take a look at what Samurott can do. First off, we're doing 4 movesets today. First one is going to be a sword stance set. So, as far as the nature goes, guess I already got a set to adamant, but yeah, you want adamant. So, as far as his EVs go, you want to max his attack, and I'd say max his HP, honestly. Keep in mind, you can max his speed to make him, you know, do things. But his speed's not amazing. I'd say either max his speed and put the extra in HP, or max his HP and put the other in defense. I'd say honestly you got a choice there. I'd say you got a choice there, whether you want him to be a little faster or a bit bulkier. I'm not a big fan of 70 base speed, so my personal preference would honestly be to make him a bit bulkier, but honestly, that's up to you. As far as the item on this set, I guess, yeah, we'll go ahead and throw on the items. Items, you know, it's kind of basic, you know. He's a swords dance, give him life orb kind of deal. You know, Lumberry's also an option because, you know, you don't want him getting burned or anything like that. But, you know, life orb's always going to be your first choice, and you're just going to Lumberry him on the off chance that, you know, well, not the off chance, but, you're going to Lumberry him if you've already got someone on your move, or on your team taking up life orb. So, then go ahead and Lumberry him. As far as the ability goes, his new hidden ability, Shell Armor, isn't anything to go crazy about on an offensive set, nor is it anything to go crazy about on a defensive set, but it's a little more useful there. Today's episode is brought to you by water. Delicious water. So, anyways, yeah, Shell Armor, it's a choice, it's up to you. Shell Armor, it prevents critical hits. You can't get hit by crits. Crits no longer affect you, so that's nice. Torrent does the same old thing, you know, all the other bad starter abilities do. Now, don't get me wrong, Torrent will come in handy every now and then, but it's not reliable, so that's why I call it bad. If you got a 30 HP or less, your water moves do 1.5 damage, so your water moves get stronger. As far as the ability goes, it is completely up to your choice, I'd say, on this set. It's completely your preference. So, jump into the moveset. Of course, this is a sword stance set, so obviously we're going to be running sword stance. So, bada bing, bada boom, sword stance. No questions asked. Next move, obviously you're going to want some water stab since he is indeed a water type. So I'd recommend Waterfall. Waterfall, there it is. And as far as, you know, throwing in more water stab, I'd say if you want to, go ahead and throw in Aqua Jet as well, because that's priority, baby. And priority, baby. I mean, there's nothing to go wrong there. Aqua Jet, it's basically quick attack that's a water type. So you're getting stab off of it, and you're having the benefits of quick attack. Plus, when you swords dance, that thing's gonna hit even harder, so you can't really go wrong with Aqua Jet here. And for the last slot, to round out his coverage, I'd say Mega Horn, because 120 base power, bug type move, that's some good coverage, lots of power, can't go wrong with Mega Horn. Now, however, these aren't your only choices for this moveset, because running 2 water stabs, honestly, I'd say is perfectly fine on this set, but you do sacrifice a bit of coverage that you could be running or you could have if you were running, say, another non-water type move. So if you want to get rid of Aqua Jet and just have, say, 1 water type stab, then I'd say your next best bet is Knockoff. Oh, Knockoff. Everybody be running this nowadays. Don't know what Knockoff does? Well, it's a beautiful move that, you know, knocks off your opponent's item, gets boosted by 1.5 damage if they have an item, which in competitive play everyone should have an item, and it comes with an already pretty decent base power of 65, which is get multiplied by 1.5 basically automatically because everyone has an item, and it's knocking their item off in the process. So this move just everything meshes together and it's beautiful. All these effects just weave perfectly into just a beautiful move. And on top of that, lots of people can learn it, so it's great. Now, however, Knockoff ain't your only option here. I would say Return's also an option because Return is a normal type move. Waterfall's a water type move. Normal and water type combined together provide excellent, if not perfect, coverage. You're gonna be hitting, I believe everything for at least neutral damage. So I believe it's got perfect coverage. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that'll resist both normal and water. So I believe you're home free. Yeah, that's great coverage. However, you're missing off on the beautiful effects of Knockoff, but it's excellent coverage. So, Return's an option. And, however, if you're gonna run only 1 water type move, that 1 water type move doesn't have to be Waterfall. You could run Aqua Jet if you want. You know, you're missing out on some power for sure, but Swords Dance can help remedy that. So, Aqua Jet, I'd say is still an option here, and I feel the need to mention Razor Shell just because it's Razor Shell. The power is nothing. It's nothing to get excited about. But it does have a 50% chance to lower your opponent's defense. That's why I feel the need to mention Razor Shell. I'd say if you really want to do it, go for it. But if you're going to run a move like this, I'd say Waterfall's probably your best bet. But it does only lose 5 base power and has a 50% chance to, you know, lower their defense. However, it's only got 95 accuracy as opposed to Waterfall's 100. But I'd say really, if you really want to, Razor Shell's an option. So, as far as this moveset goes, I'd say that's about what does it. I'd say if you really wanted to, you got room to squeeze in a substitute if you really wanted to, but I'd probably recommend making that Return to balance out your coverage, and I'd say something along this lines is probably a decent option, because perfect coverage, along with the defensive ability of a sub, safely set up swords dance. Something like that I'd say is also an option. I'm more of a fan of the more offensive ones with Mega Horn and Knockoff, because I love Knockoff. If you haven't noticed, I love that move. And, you know, maybe Aqua Jet. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, that does it for old Swords Dance Samurott. So, we're going to take a look at Special Samurott. This set is going to be a special variation of Samurott. So, you know, let's take a look. As far as the nature, you got a couple options. You got Modest, but this doesn't have to be a straight up special. It can also be a mixed set if you really want it to be. So, where is it? Rash. Rash is also an option. So either Modest or Rash, it's up to you. Either way, he's not going to be running too many physical moves, even if you are making it more of a mixed. So it's up to you, whether you want it mixed or not. Now, as far as the EV spread goes, I'd say you got the same options as you do on the Swords Dance set, except you're going to be maxing special attack, and then you can either max your speed and throw you extra in HP, or you can max your HP and throw you extra in defense. I'd say it's up to you. And as far as the item goes, you got either Life Orb, or I'd say you even got an option of Choice Specs. It's up to you, and it's up to what you decide on this moveset. So, well, before we jump to the moveset, same thing with the ability, it's your choice. It doesn't really matter, just personal preference here, whatever you decide. So, moveset. Obviously, we're going to want some Water Stab. No, we do not want Hydro Cannon. We want Hydro Pump. There we go, Hydro Pump. Good, solid choice here. For some coverage, Ice Beam. Great coverage there. Ice Beam's great for coverage. That's all I gotta say. As far as his next move, I'd say something that's gonna get you the best coverage is probably gonna be Grass Knot. That'll take care of those, that'll take care of a lot of things. Take care of some other water types, take care of some ground types, it'll take care of your rock types, it'll take care of all kinds of things. Grass Knot, good solid choice. It does more damage based on like how heavy the target is. So it's not consistent with its damage, but you know, it's gonna do more damage based on heavier target. And your typical targets, you know, rock types, ground types, even water types, they tend to weigh a decent bit a lot of the time, to be honest. So you're gonna be good most of the time. You're gonna be okay most of the time. And for your last slot, here's where it turns into a bit of a mixed set, and this is where you decide whether you care that much about, you know, the damage of this move to go with the Rast nature, or if you don't and you just want to go with Modest. It's your choice. But you got a lot of choices here. Actually, first off, if you want to keep it a straight, solid, special set, I'd say your best bet is to go with Hidden Power Fire, which, if you don't know yet, I absolutely loathe Hidden Power, just because the whole idea of sacrificing IVs, I don't like it. Plus, breeding for hidden power just becomes a pain. I will never say hidden power is not a viable competitive choice, because it is. I just hate it because it's a pain to get. And the whole fact, you know, you gotta sacrifice a bit of IVs, even if it isn't a whole lot. You gotta sacrifice a bit. I don't like to sacrifice. So I end up usually not going with hidden power. That, and I'm lazy and I don't like breeding for it. But if you absolutely want to have it a straight special set, that's the way to go. Now, you know, if you want to turn it a bit more of a mixed, now you got choices. Now you got lots of choices. I'd say your first choice, well, if you spell it right. Wow. The U goes after the Q. There we go. Aquajet. Like I said, priority is beautiful. So, Aquajet. However, as we went over, he's also got some other nice moves that you could use here. Such as Knockoff. That's a beautiful move. Knockoff is quite the beautiful move. However, it ain't your only choice. I'd say, honestly, Megahorn's not going to be too prevalent here, so we're calling in another move you guys haven't seen yet, which is Superpower. Superpower doesn't provide a crazy amount of coverage when it comes to the other set we were looking at, the Swords Dance set. However, on this combination of moves, I feel like it provides a decent bit of coverage and it packs a punch, so it's worth mentioning, I'd say. But I'd much rather run something like Aquajet, but that's personally me. It's up to you. Those are all viable choices, and even something supportive like Taunt, I'd say is a valid choice on this set, honestly. Even that. So that does it for this set. Keep in mind, choice band or not choice band, choice specs or life orb, totally up to you. So yeah, that does it for the special / mixed Samurott, whatever you want to call it. It can go either way, whether, you know, just depending on whether or not you want it to be special or mixed. It's totally up to you. So with that out of the way, we're going to jump into a support Samurott set, which may seem a little weird, but, you know, we're gonna see if we can get something to work. So, support Samurott it is. Support Samurott, as far as your nature, yeah, we got some decisions to make here. Yeah, your defense, I'd say your defense is your best bet, so let's go find Bold. Where you at, Bold? There you at, Bold. Well, yeah, Bold. Trying to decide whether if making a physical one with what's that? Impish is okay, but nah, I'm thinking Bold. Thinking definitely Bold. And as far as your IVs, or EVs, sorry, obviously you're gonna want to max your special attack, and I'd say max your defense and put your extra in special, and you're good to go. And yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go. So as far as the item goes, there's nothing special here, so I'd say just put on old lefties and call it a day. But for your ability, I'd say this is where Shell Armor does become the one you definitely want over Torrent. So I'd say definitely go Shell Armor on this set. So here's where we get into the moveset. First off, you're going to want a little bit of stab, and you're also going to want it to support a bit, so Scald. Scald is a beautiful move, 80 base power, water type move that has an 80% chance to burn. Yeah. Scratch that. It has 80 base power and a 30% chance to burn. As soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, that's wrong. Yeah, sorry about that. 30% chance to burn. It's still beautiful, even if it's not 80%. If it was 80%, this move would be completely and utterly broken. So 30% chance, it's beautiful. So, moving on to the more sportive moves here. Here's where you honestly got quite a bit of choices. You have, you know, you have lots of choices. Let's be honest. You have lots of choices. I'd say you have, you know, of course taunt's an option like I mentioned on the other set. You also have access to Encore. That's an option. And he learns Dragon Tail, so that's an option. He can also get Toxic, so replace either Taunt or Encore with Toxic. That's great in combination with Dragon Tail because you can Toxic their guy, Dragon Tail him out, Toxic their next guy, Dragon Tail him out, Toxic the next guy. They've got half their team toxicked, you know. What are they gonna do? They're gonna all slowly be dying. You know, can't go wrong with that. I'd say if you wanna not run the Dragon Tail Toxic combo, Dragon Tail doesn't provide too much, so if you really wanted to not run that combo, I'd say you have the option of switching out Dragon Tail for maybe some more coverage, such as Ice Beam or Grass Knot. You know, you got a few choices here, honestly. You got a few choices. I'd say that about does it for his choices, though, honestly. Let's see, what else would you be doing? I don't know. I think that about does it for his choices, to be honest. Actually, I'd say he probably has the option to run old knockoff over here. And that probably does it for this set. So as always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see when my next videos are coming out, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But if you didn't like it, be sure to hit that dislike button, because, you know, that's an option. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next time. Be sure to leave a comment on what Pokemon you would like to see me do next. So, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.